Hello everybody, how's it going? My name is Klaus from House, and we are back today at Longfellow's cabin for some more building time. Now, first things first, I just want to hit you guys right off the bat with this. I'm being held hostage by a mod. Um, it's this is a little difficult because I don't want to bash anybody. But the advanced settlement power, I decided I would give this a go and see if I couldn't get some of the power stuff to work, like the advanced logic gate stuff, where I was trying to do like the counter and all that crap, and it worked better. There's a delay, so it was really weird. It was kind of doing what I wanted, but it was too slow to keep up with it, so it was weird. I would get the right light, and then we get a bunch of flashing lights, and then the right light would turn on, and then it would flash, and then the right light would turn on. So it was kind of weird, but I decided to uninstall it. But when I uninstalled it, it removed my power entirely. So I basically have to keep it installed at this point, except for if we went back and redid this entire settlement, which is not really an option at this point. I will be perfectly honest with you. Kind of too far. Too many things have been done. Without further ado, though, let us just pop in and do our stuff. I verified my game files also, so I had to change around some of the settings and whatnot. So like my footsteps are ridiculously quiet right now. That's gonna probably take a little bit to get used to, but it is what it is. The one thing that I would really like to do is kind of link up that thing over there with something over here, and the way to do that, I believe, is to construct some sort of a bridge. Now, I know John Martin was very adamant about this in the comments because I just read them before I started building this, and he makes sense. He makes plenty of sense. So we're going to kind of follow some of his wisdom and see what we can't get done. Yeah, we're all good. We are all good on all sides, it's looking like. The other thing is the patch just came out, so I don't have place everywhere. Surprisingly acceptable. And then we just need one more. I will say though, guys, if you are thinking about verifying your game files, maybe think twice about it. Almost up. So close to being up. I go over here, maybe? Come on, damn it. There we go. This should do it. There we go. Alright, so that should be decent. And I think for the most part, this episode, we're going to focus on... Damn. We're not going to focus on dams necessarily, but I suppose we could. Okay, well, I guess we just kind of got to go back with what we had before, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But it's less nice than what that probably would have ended up being. But we're all good in the hood, so that's fine. And we can just kind of start thinking now about how to go about this stuff. And I think I'm going to make it a little bit less connected than the other side. So just kind of an FYI, we're going to be focusing on doing more stuff. I guess kind of like what the original idea was. Not that that was necessarily a better one in retrospect. What does that look like, actually? Too much hanging. Alright. And this actually might not be that bad, because we can kind of look at this area maybe as like a patio, these three over there with the bridge, and then we can kind of start building in houses over here and such. I think I got a little carried away over there with going with the land or whatever. But I like that idea in some weird way. I find it very, very nice. However, that being said, I am maybe slightly worried about continuing that kind of line of building. Really? This is just, it doesn't want to go, really. Yeah, that's not acceptable. We could pull this out that way. That might be the way to do it. What am I thinking? Yeah, this guy. And what we're gonna do is just try and hit the corners. Alright, this should be pretty damn good. I actually kind of like what I did here a little bit better than what I'd done over there. It looks a little disorganized over there, but it kind of is what it is. We're going to try and do a little bit more with the actual landscape, though, on this side. So hopefully we can kind of get that. And I was hoping we get a little bit of a raised bit over here, and then we can kind of go do our own thing around the back there. So that'll definitely go and lead us up into there, and we can probably just put a doorway across here and some walls over there. Maybe even the ones that will hang out a little bit. I don't know if that's probably going to end up pretty poor looking. So maybe we just make this kind of like an outdoor area with the indoor stuff kind of happening around behind it. This over here is bothersome, so what we're going to do is we're going to start moving these guys up 40. Okay, probably should have done that one first, and we're going to move this one up 40 as well. Then we can use that as kind of a launching spot for the next round. Now, all in all, decent. That bothers me. Just a tad. So we can just kind of leave that, I suppose. And I wonder if we float, if we go over this way. No, not really. And we only start doing that here, so something to keep in mind. Did we float here? I think we did, right? No, we don't. Okay. And I don't think we can go down 40 either. That's going to put us down on the ground, so that's definitely something to kind of keep in mind. What I would kind of like to do here is now break this off down this line. So there's nothing that's really stopping us. Why not? Oh, TCL is not going to do that. TCL is what I need. There we go. And yeah, we can then essentially kind of find the line that it's going to be on, which looks like it's about right there. There we go. We'll take this way. I think this one is actually a little bit nicer because we're dealing with pretty simple angles. On this side, we're dealing with curves. And I know we said that we would get to that this episode, so that's just kind of more stuff to look forward to, I suppose. I think we were saying that you can walk in from this side. So what we would ideally do is not get super in the way of what's happening over here. So you can go in this section. And then this is going to have to be like housing or something like that. So what we could do is we could do this, and then what we're going to do is drop it by like 40. And the reason why I'm dropping it by 40, if you guys are interested in all of that reason, is just because these are, whoops, essentially 40 tall. Ah, man. Nope. So that's why I do it. You can kind of just barely see it. It lines up pretty damn good right there. So that's why I do it. You can always do less, but then it starts coming through the bottom, and that's not necessarily a good thing or a bad thing. It's just a personal preference of mine where I like them to be a little bit more lined up. And it just looks better that way when you can see the whole stair out of it coming through on the bottom. So inside, outside, inside, outside. Not really sure. I do like the layers. I think this side is probably much better thought out than this one over here. But this has its own problems, which was just essentially the fact that I curved it like it was nothing, and we somewhat paid the price for that. And then the nice part about this is you can always do that. And it leaves a little bit of dead space, but maybe what you can do is, I don't know, do something with that space. I forget the name. I think it's like More to Me for Life. Recommended using the box cars. So we can actually take a look at that now. I don't see why not. Because a boxcar home might be like kind of the thing for this particular section. And I don't want, no, not on both sides. Aha. Yeah, this is arguably where it's at. Can we not have a thing on both sides though? I think we have, yeah. Okay. We got the stuff on the other side, so let's, I don't know if this will fit. It kind of should, right? The other one was snapping just fine. So I'm not going to have it in here. I would like it to be over here. Kind of just makes sense to me that way. Yeah. I do like it, though. I do like it. So that's going to be pretty sweet. And I'm sure we have lots of little options of how to kind of lay those guys out from here on out. Definitely could have done more than that. I like that. Let's go ahead and, before I forget, actually plop some stairs down over here. Don't tell me you want to go. Thank you. Alright, just want to be able... Ooh. Off a little bit. Ah, that's weird. That's weird. What stairs would you prefer? These ones? No, there's no way. There's no way. That's so weird. Whatever. We're gonna live with it. Okay. So now I just gotta kind of think that maybe this is gonna be some sort of outdoor area. Which means this is an outdoor area? Which means maybe I don't need that. And let's just go ahead and maybe make this, I don't know, freaking central hub of crazy houses. Honestly don't know at this point. It's slightly worrisome. Sort of. Then on the flip side, it ain't too bad. You can actually make this a little hangout area. I'm thinking about this as a hangout area. This is kind of the area that they'll walk. And they can kind of patrol that. So this is just going to be one house. One tiny house. And then maybe even what we can do here. And this is just going to kind of depend. Is we're going to take these down by 40. One, two, three. 1, 2. 3, 4. There we go. All right, and we'll see how this lines up. Put the ground down below. The question is, are we floating? And it doesn't look like we are. I'm almost thinking that we can even maybe branch off here a little bit. And not super great. But you never know how these things are going to end up turning out in the end. So you know what? Let's just go with it. We're gonna build the flow. If it doesn't work, we can always come back and change it. We know that basically here we're gonna have some issues with our fencing in of things, but that's okay. And then I'm thinking that for over here, we might, in fact, yeah, there. Take this one and move this one down 40 as well. And then maybe, just maybe, we have some sort of coastal defense. Alright, we'll get rid of those, we'll get rid of that. There we go. Coming up here pretty good along the wall, so that's actually really, really nice. Definitely defend from Far Harbor if they ever decide that they want to get uppity with us. And let me wrap this around this way. If we could get one. Thank you. There we go. And this is where this starts to become a little bit more unfortunate, is the way that I will put that. Other question is, are we floating? If we are, it's just ever so slight. Actually thinking that what we'll do is not worry about that. We'll just come down the one and then loop it back over there. Might not be a bad plan. Just trying to get some regular looking houses over here as well. Whether it actually comes to fruition is an entirely different story. Something like that, yeah. That might not be bad. And then, because we haven't used these in a long time. Actually, I'm quite confused why this does not go. But we will figure it out. And it's most likely this. There we go. And then we can just go ahead and remove the clipping for this side again. And finish up our walls and such. And on this side we'll have this. We can have that guy over there. And then we'll go all the way back up to the front and grab our doorway. Alright, so that more or less is going to be a decent house. So at least we know we have two houses right now. Let's get the weather back up. Alright. What I'm kind of thinking about now is having some weird, like, maze of this stuff going on. I think that would be pretty spectacular. The only problem, I guess, that I foresee is that the stuff doesn't seem like it would maybe line up properly. If I put stairs or something like that. But this spot right here is definitely ripe for that type of housing. In fact, this area over here is not bad either. The question, more or less, is just how would we get something over there? And would we want to? The question, would we want to, can always be answered a wee bit later. We can always just start out with, let's give it a go, shall we? Oh, okay, everybody. So that wasn't too terrible. It was only slightly terrible. We got things going down. I just put some regular old floors over here, and then this decided that, hey, I'll be cool and snap here because I can. Also put down some regular old, whatchamacallits, because we can. Oh, that's unfortunate. I was really hoping that we could do more things, kind of like over here. Which, I suppose there's no one really saying that we can't. So that one can go. If we decided to go this way, which it can still go, it makes me wonder. What are you hiding from me? What are your secrets? Boxcars? Yeah, what the flip? Alright, this one has the closed end on it. There we go. Alrighty, coolio. Whoop, don't want to fall. Ooh, 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 ooh. Tragic, tragic, tragic mistake that I've made. Fudge nuggets. There's no damn railings here. Is there? No, those won't work. Okay, that's fine. Good thing we caught this early. Because otherwise that would have really sucked. That would have been really bad. I just want the railing on one side, if we could get that happening. Which I suppose we can't. I mean, you know, it makes sense. I'm not gonna knock it. I'm just gonna try it. You know what I'm saying? There we go, there we go. Everyone is a happy camper, except I guess I scrapped that thing. Great. Great. Oh. Damn it. There we go. Alright, cool. So that's all good. And then we can just put some railings and stuff here. In fact, we might be able to put the same old railing thingy-bobs. Stairs? No. I don't know. Oh, where are they? Scaffolding. Miscellaneous. Miscellaneous. Oops. There we go. Alright. Oh my god, this place is coming together. Okay, so we're in here. We have our shacks, as they were. And we don't need anything out this way, I don't think. That's not gonna help us in the least. Let's be baller though and totally put a freaking orange thing on the blue one. Yeah. Oh yeah. So that's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet, I gotta say. And honestly, if I'm gonna speak with you guys candidly here, these are gonna be great. Once I figure out how I want to stack them all on top of each other. I can only imagine what kind of craziness will ensue. Maybe scaffolding would work. We can get some of these like super awesome wide stairs. I suppose not. It was worth trying. It was the obvious go-to. And it's just in the center, off to the side. All right, these are whoa. Whoa. That's what those are. Alright, and then do I have... Ah, good, good, good. These, they do. Perfect. Ooh. Oop. I know we bailed on this earlier. This might be a good, good time to take it back up. Oh, wow. Ooh. Ooh. We are close. I'm thinking about doing it. Why not? Right? This will be another house for that. I mean, we're kind of experimenting a little bit anyway, so we might as well take risks and do dumb things, and if they turn out really bad, we just don't have to ever do them again. There we go. And maybe we can also... Oh, that's probably like the last place that we really needed to do this at. I almost wonder if we can't add supports. I mean, that's also kind of nifty. Yet it floats. But it floats to the point where I think we're not floating anymore off that. That's only 40. It's only 40. So I suppose it's doable. No, we're definitely floating. Floating way more than I want. What if we just did that? Oh, still. That's probably what we would need to do. But then the problem is you really just have no room in here anymore. Not as versatile as I really wanted them to be. But we're not going to give up on it yet, because my other thought was that if we can get something like that going, and then we can get a larger support, something out of the warehouses. If those fit, then this is kind of fine by me. I mean, yes and no. Well, got myself in a tricky spot. Fine. Fine. We'll be happy with what we can get off of this. If anything, that's like one more house, maybe two. Seems decently reasonable. And then we can get some more houses over here as well. In fact, I'm kind of thinking Murkwater construction style. I'm thinking we've got it. We've got to have it. Like, it just makes sense. Makes so much sense this way. That's nice. That is very nice. And it just gives another reason for this area to kind of even exist. This is just another way that our settlers are going to be able to get around. So we're going to have two houses up over here. Let's go ahead and get those walled up, because that's... In fact, probably want that there. Go ahead and do something like this. Don't really want to block off that back side too early, because it's kind of where the view is coming from, isn't it? So we might want the view to be like that, and then these walls don't entirely matter. They only partially matter. And I know we have the modded half walls and stuff like that. Sometimes they're a little finicky, so what I'm going to do is just go ahead and use these ones here. There we go. Alright, let's get rid of that collision again. Just post it up. It's looking pretty snazzy to me. Alright, and then as far as roofs go, we can just kind of throw whatever on there. It doesn't necessarily bother me a whole heck of a lot. Did I? Should probably start working on just railing this place in. And if, in fact, what's probably going to end up happening here is I'm just going to go ahead and do that on my own time, just to save video time, because there's still one more maybe thing that I want to build, and it just kind of depends how things decide to play out. So definitely need to get some stilts kind of going there. Let's get the weather right. And after we have the stilts, I think all in all, this is a pretty nice area. It's a little maybe more spacious than what I typically go for. In fact, we have another opportunity to break off for a house, I imagine. Yeah. Oh yeah. And really now, it just kind of depends on how I want to do it, doesn't it? I guess we gotta go in this way, right? So if we went... There we go. Gotta do it on the jump. That's how you gotta do it. So that's interesting. Don't know if we're gonna be able to get a wall there. It's possibly problematic. Just because we are up against, yeah. You know what? Let's just decide that we don't care. And yeah, it comes through. It comes through a little bit, but it's not horrible. And yeah, we can definitely do that. And then let's go over here and we can get this one. This one doesn't really need to be finagled. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, looks pretty damn good. Let's go ahead and just chuck a nice little roof on that puppy. Looks like we're gonna have to do the collision bit again. Okay, so there we go. Now, I said that we would do the walls this episode on the other side. And that's kind of sort of true. Let's just go ahead and I guess really quickly just kind of do the outside and see what we're looking with. Over here, I'm pretty set with the idea that this is going to be an outdoor area, so we can go ahead and try to put a door there. We're going to have to be pretty cognizant of this as we go. And I think for the most part, we're going to get decently lucky for a lot of it. Did I say I was going to make this an outdoor area? I don't think I don't think I can. I literally think that's quite impossible. I feel you, Beanie. I feel you. Saw that comment there. And I know just about as much as what I'm going to do here as you do. So it's definitely one of those who friggin' knows situations. And this needs to be filled in as well. Good thing I caught that. There we go. And that's probably all the, well, why not? Let's get one more. Not there, though. This is a good spot, too, where people would be able to see down that line. Speaking of seeing, we'll go grab that one from the other side. I love how the trees keep popping back in as I rush my way through this stuff. This is also probably a good spot for them to be able to view things. Alright, so we've just expanded this out a little bit. Still can see all the way around here, and now they'll also be able to come over here. And this is a good area. Maybe we can put some defensive structures. Definitely want to get some turrets. I'm thinking we'll kind of like hang those off of the roofs. So I'm not super worried there. I guess I shouldn't say I'm not super worried, because that's going to be the other somewhat problem with this. This whole thing is roofing it in is going to be quite irregular. And we'll probably just have to go for those flat roofs, just because there's honestly not a whole lot of other options for us to explore. And you know, just kind of is what it is in that regard. We also should think, I suppose, because I think I said I wanted to do something up over here on the high ground, but I wasn't sure, so I didn't rip out these trees. Now, We have to find a way to get them from there over to the other side. So, you know what? I think I'm going to leave this area be. It just kind of is what it is, to be honest. And then maybe how we get across is like right there-ish. We can have some sort of way to do that. I'm not exactly sure. We're probably going to have to take down some of these walls at some point, which is fine. It's totally fine. Yeah. I mean, it looks damn good. We can get all avant-garde on the inside here for all I know, but that's going to kind of be like an episode of its own, I'd imagine. Oh, I'm such a Riri. That's how they're going to get across. We already took care of that in the beginning. But is that enough? That's my question. We also need to take care of that. How does one get from here to here? And or how does one even get up to that in the first place? Probably through here, right? Right, so that's how they would get up there. And then I think these are kind of connected. Yeah, they totally are. And we can put some supports through there. Oh, God. I'm shaking the shit out of my mouse right now. And yeah, that's no bueno. Probably shouldn't do anything here. However, this is slightly aligned, so if we would imagine... that's gotten too close. We shouldn't worry about that. Definitely shouldn't worry about that. However, if by chance we came in from the roof, which might be a thing in the future, then we might be okay. We might actually be okay with that. Right, let's think about what we've done. I mean, I'm kind of liking the silhouette, to be honest, especially over there. That's just nice. This is going to be stupid. You know, to be just brutally honest with myself, this is going to be fucking stupid. This is cool. I like this over here. But you know, you live and you learn sometimes. So there's a lot of time invested in this. I don't want to. I was thinking about scrapping it all and starting over again, but we've tried so hard to get just this stuff in place. Why go and ruin something good? It just kind of is what it is. So let's see. When we come back next time, we can kind of like clean this up. All this stuff is going to be like walled in. Not walled in necessarily, but you know, the railings are going to be put up. I think the rest of the focus is going to be over there, and then the defenses and the power, stuff like that. Because I think we're decent on homes. I'm thinking this could just be maybe one really just gigantic ass home. I also would like another way for us to be able to interact with that side from this side. So I'm thinking maybe somewhere where it's down low and we're just kind of breaking off. Maybe something here up onto the roof. That might not be a bad idea. And or attempting to cross right there. Well, no, that's fucking stupid too, because then I have to come back around over here. Yeah, okay, let's not worry about that. Let's try and do it from the top of the roof. Anyways, that's going to do it for this episode. If you guys have any sort of suggestions, let me know. I don't know how fast or slow I'm going to be moving on this particular settlement. Life is happening all around me, and I know I've been saying that for a while, so I got to kind of pick my settlements wisely and get done what I can get done when I know I can get it done. So just let me know, what the fuck did I do here? Why did I do this here? What was my brain thinking when I did this? Holy shit. Good thing I caught that at the end. Anyways, I'm tracking this out like I always do. I hope that you guys have had a great day, great night, whatever it is to you. And I will see you back here next time for more building at Longfellow's cabin.